Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and the five exploded when Judge Jeanine Pirro and her liberal co-host Jessica Tarlov got into it, and Tarlov's TDS could not be contained. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. So Jessica Tarlov, was talking, and Jeanine Pirro, they were talking about the Israel versus Hamas war, mainly being fought in Gaza right now, the truce that is ongoing, and the hostages being returned, some of them, and Palestinians being returned to Palestine, or there is no Palestine, Gaza. And then suddenly and inexplicably, it became a conversation about Joe Biden's poll numbers and Donald Trump. And Jeanine Pirro was rightly furious and confused by this. And they had a back and forth, pretty decent argument before Pirro went to commercial. Let's take a look.
And I won't say that I'm surprised, because I have spent enough time around the table with you guys to know how you think about this. But it's incomprehensible to me to blame Joe Biden for this. I mean, if you want to talk about a world leader who turned their back on a pressing concern about what's going on in the Middle East, let's talk about Bibi Netanyahu, and that he spent the 8-9 months before this attack happened having to send troops to the other side of the country because he wanted to overhaul the judiciary to keep him in office forever and completely gut their version of the Supreme Court. Over 80% of Israelis have a negative view of him. People in his own administration have taken responsibility, saying we ignored signs, whether it's the report from Egypt or the fact that it will take you a couple years to build up what Hamas has managed to do. So Joe Biden, his standing on the world stage in terms of what world leaders think of him is up, what people in other countries think is up. And I think it's dereliction of duty, this narrative that's going on in the media and certainly in the liberal media, where they just want to crap on him. Because if you look at the morning consult poll, the first poll taken since the ceasefire began, came out, first major poll, Biden's up 4 points and is now up 1 over Trump. There was a YouGov poll out last week that had Biden up over Trump. The New York Times Santa poll, which we gave its due, and we talked about the fact that Biden was down and he was losing the swing states in the crosstabs, and the New York Times didn't even cover this part of it. The crosstabs revealed that if Trump is convicted of anything, and he has 91 counts that he's facing, he loses by 10 points, and he loses every single swing state.
What's that got to do with what would you do to negotiate to get the hostages
I answered,
out?
No,
okay, but we're not talking about Donald Trump.
2 points in the real.
In the average, I didn't. But my point is that it is more fun.
That's not the topic.
You always say that's not the topic.
Because you go off topic.
Let's not talk about who goes off topic here.
The crosstabs.
Really?
But it is relevant, because you start out by saying this guy is a moron and we're in a hot war here and a cold war here and the border's open and whatever. So I'm talking about what's going on in the ground.
No,
I'm talking about the general.
Jessica, we have not had a zombie apocalypse. Let's just remember that.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Have
you seen MSNBC?
And you know what? It's unfortunate. The way this president cares about soldiers is enabling more attacks on our soldiers.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking, and I made a statement. And
I made a statement.
Here we go again. Fears of
That, folks, is Trump derangement syndrome, or TDS, on full display. When these are the things that are on your mind during any conversation, this is what you get. This is who these people are. It's terrifying, but this is who they are. And this is how they think. And they live and they walk and they vote among us. But they're totally, in my opinion, out of their minds. Out of their minds because of one man. I want to know what you guys think about this. Please let me know in the comments. Do you love Judge Jeanine Pirro for standing for what's right? I know I do. Let me know in the comments. Also, please make sure you like, you share, and you subscribe. It really helps us out. I'm Carmine Sabia. This is Explain America. We love you guys. God bless you. Take care, everybody.